Hi students, it's Senora Gretch again. Hopefully you just watched the previous tutorial on how to use Conjuguemos. And now your assignment was to research the food vocabulary, practice the various activities in Conjuguemos, and then after that I will have assigned each student 5 particular vocabulary words that you will be actually teaching to the class so that we can learn this food unit. So, after I assign you your 5 specific food words, what you'll do is go into PowerPoint and create a presentation. So what I did here is I went into PowerPoint, I did File, New, and now I have a blank template here to get started on. So this is our first page. The first page is just our title page, and every time we create a PowerPoint for the title, you can name it specifically what the project is. For this, I'd put La Comida. Subtitle, I would always put Spanish 1, and then my name, Senora Gretch, followed by your name. Okay, so this is what our first page should look like. It's very boring right now, but what you can do is go back and add things to it. What I wanted to do first is to just set up the pages that we need, and then you can go back and design them yourselves. So, we have our title page. Now, each of us will be assigned 5 specific foods. So, let's make another 5 pages. Alright, going up, after our title page, now we're on page 2. So this page is for our first food. So what I'd like you to do is up here, put the food name in Spanish. So let's say you have los huevos. Okay, this is your first food that you're presenting to the class. What I'd like you to do in this part here is to put, again, los huevos, and then what it means in English would be eggs. Now, in here, for each vocab word that you're presenting, I would like you to have a visual. Okay, having a visual helps us remember the vocabulary, and it will help us learn them even better. So, to insert a clip art picture, we'll go up to Insert up here, go to Clip Art, and now we can look right here for eggs. So, when you have this, go through and select a good picture. We see a lot of things for Easter, but really I just want a plain old egg so that people understand. So this one looks good. So all I have to do is double click on that, and there it is. It comes in pretty large, so what I'd like to do is shrink it down and then move it over here so that everyone can see. So one page now I have finished, okay? As we're just starting, we're not going to put any sentences or any verbs in here yet. We're just going to stick with basic vocabulary. So, my next page. Let's say I had las fresas. Again, go over here, type in the word again, and then in English, what does it mean? Strawberries. Go over to my clip art, let's type in strawberry, and let's see what comes up. So lots of strawberries here. I think I'll go with this one. Again, shrink it down and put it somewhere so that we still can see the vocab. So you have to play with the size a little bit. Now I'm putting all my pictures on the bottom right, but you can really put them wherever you'd like. Okay? You definitely need the title, but the picture can be centered, it could be to the left, any way you'd like to do it. So let's just say the rest of my foods are el pollo for chicken. Maybe we can have las papas for potatoes. And how about el arroz? So again, go through each slide, enter the vocabulary here, and a picture. Now, this is pretty blah, right? There's no color here or anything. So we learned about insert up here. There are different things that we can do on PowerPoint. So design, we can go here. Now, as this is all white, I'd much rather have it be a certain color. So I will go to Background Styles. Now, these are some to choose from here. And as you click on them, it will show you what it actually would look like should you select that. These have some shading and things like that, but what I like to do sometimes is go to Format Backgrounds, and you can play around with all of these things here. If you just want a color that you didn't see originally, you can go here and select a different color. So let's say I want like a light green. So I can go with this. Now if I like the way that looks, I'll hit apply to all, and then I'll close that. Now also something you can play with is the font. So going back to home, La Comida here I'd like to make much bigger. So I can stretch this out, highlight the word, and I can change the font. So let's say as it is the title, I'll choose Broadway. This is a pretty big font, and I want to make this even bigger. Maybe even bigger. Okay. Now let's say down here, this is a light gray. This is pretty pale. So I can change the color right here. Click on this and choose the color. It will show you what they all look like. Maybe I'll go with that color. I also can bold this if I want to see it a little bit better. Now going through each slide, again, I'd like to make this a little bit better. Might stretch that out a little bit. And maybe I'll choose a different font now. This one, Cooper Black. Again, I can make that a little bit bigger. And then I like the way that that looks. Okay, so you can go through and play with fonts, font sizes for all of your screens. When you're ready to present, well, when you're all finished with this, make sure you save it, File, Save As, and you always should have a Spanish 1 folder where we'll save everything we do this year. So save as maybe food presentation, food PowerPoint, my food, something like that. Okay? After you do that, you're ready to present. So let's say it's the presentation day. What you'll do is you'll pull this up on the computer, and all you have to do to present is go to slideshow from beginning. Then you stand in the front of the room, you present your topic. You would say, my topic is La Comida. Tell us your name, and then you go slide to slide. Show us huevos. Have everyone repeat the word huevos after you a few times, and then make sure that everyone understands what each food is. Okay? So now's your time to create your own PowerPoint. Make sure you follow all the directions and ask me if you have any questions. Thank you.